Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris. Heidi Alaga will join us shortly. Moments ago, the Arizona Board of Regents passing a fee increase for students. This comes as the University of Arizona faces a financial crisis. Let's take a look at the numbers. The board unanimously approving a comprehensive undergraduate student engagement fee of about $1,700 and college fees for undergraduates. For residents, it will be ranging between $500 to $1,800. For non-resident undergrads, it will be between $800 and $2,600 per academic year, depending on the college. We have team coverage tonight from a rally earlier on campus to the President's State of the Union University address. We have a lot to unfold here. Let's start off with Heidi Alaga, who joins us live from the University of Arizona this evening. Heidi.
Well, hey there, Pat. Yeah, you mentioned it. It is a financial crisis here at the University of Arizona as President Dr. Robert Robbins wrapped up his State of the University address a little over an hour ago. This all comes after the president did tell the Board of Regents at their last meeting that the university is in a $240 million deficit. Our Kenny Dar was actually inside the ballroom, inside the student union building behind me when Dr. Robbins was speaking earlier today. He joins us now live outside of Old Main with more from that. Kenny, what all did we learn?
Well, Heidi, the president didn't address what many might have hoped he would have addressed, which again is, of course, the financial deficit that the university is currently facing. Again, this does come as the Board of Regents voted today to increase fees for both in-state and out-of-state students. Now, the president did briefly address the financial challenges before or during his speech, saying that now wasn't the time.
Obviously, we've heard a lot about our financial challenges, and we'll continue to talk about that during this meeting and beyond. But I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all of our shared governance partners, faculty, staff, and students who have been working with us over the last 3 weeks, seemingly every day, all day, to address a plan going forward that is due to you on December 15th.
Now, the president did instead focus much of his address on investments they've made in 3 areas of their success plan. That does include science and tech, their land grant mission, and investments in enrollment, which has seen numbers increase specifically amongst minority students. But again, those financial challenges only briefly addressed during his State of the University address, with many more questions left to be answered on how the school will address the situation. For now, reporting from Old Main at the University of Arizona, Kenny Dar, KGUN 9.
All right, Kenny, thank you so much. Well, before the president's address earlier this evening, people came together to rally where they expressed concerns over finances as well as safety. Tina Giuliano was on campus earlier today and has more on what all happened.
Today here at the U of A, students and staff rallied in front of Old Main, and then they walked with signs and chants all the way here to the student union, where they're asking the Arizona Board of Regents for a few things, but their biggest concern was about the budget.
Tax the rich that made us broke.
They're calling it a financial crisis. One UA staff member, Maria Sohn Hassman, is also a member of the union United Campus Workers Arizona.
You know, we're looking for accountability from the top. We're looking for the administration to take some of that burden rather than placing it on students and staff.
President Robert Robbins has discussed whether to cut staff salaries, research funding, and financial aid, and raise tuition rates.
If we cut financial aid, it's going to affect our Black and brown students. You know, we call ourselves a Hispanic serving institution. We call ourselves an Indigenous serving institution. And a lot of the reasons that those students have the opportunity to come here is because of financial aid.
The people I spoke with today say that the best way to help is to get involved with their union. Reporting at the University of Arizona, Tina Giuliano, KGUN 9.
So obviously finances are top of mind for the students and staff that Tina spoke to, but there are other factors that play a role when it comes to the financial crisis here at the University of Arizona, including their athletics department. Pat Paris is standing by at McKeel Center with more.
The University of Arizona is considering reducing or eliminating athletic programs because of the $240 million miscalculation. Now, here at the Jim Click Hall of Fame, the U of A honors its nearly 24 national championship teams. According to Dr. Robbins, the U of A now has 23 athletic teams. The Big 12 Conference, which they're going into next year, well, they average about 17 athletic teams. Just how large is the Arizona athletic budget? Well, according to Knight Newhouse College Athletics database, the U of A athletic department's total expenses in 2022 were nearly $125 million, while it brought in almost as much, $124.35 million in revenue in 2022. According to Dr. Robbins, the athletic budget, though, is only $100 million, with $40 million of that coming from the Pac-12. About $30 million comes from ticket sales, and $30 million comes from donors and contracts. While the athletic budget appears to be balanced, Dr. Robbins says the department still has not paid back a $55 million loan from back during the pandemic. And Heidi, this budget crisis goes beyond just the athletic department at the U of A. We have to remember that the U of A is Southern Arizona's largest public employer.
Yeah, they do employ more than 10,000 people on this campus. So if cuts happen, there's going to be a lot of people that are impacted. But we'll be learning more from the financial plan that's supposed to be released by Dr. Robbins come December 15th. Pat?
That's right, so we'll be staying tuned to that.